So, I'm sitting there in my car. I'm dreading getting out the car. Like, I don't want to get out the car because I know to get out and step out the car after driving like 30 minutes, it's going to be real painful. And it's ridiculous because for those that don't know, I'm fighting cancer. I've been fighting it for a year but didn't know it. But I got diagnosed in January of this year. And it's been real hard. Not just having cancer, but the people around me processing that I have cancer. That's been hard. I take a lot of pain medication to get through my day. People are like, well, how do you take that much medication? Don't you get high or whatever? How do you function? I'm like, well, when you're in severe pain, you take pain medication. It relieves the amount of pain, and it probably relieves some of your pain so you can manage it. But you don't get a euphoria effect or whatever it is that people say they get when you in pain. It's doing its job. I think people don't understand that cancer is not always a life ender. It's a life preventer. And I say that is because you realize that you're not capable of doing the things that you used to. You want to be your old self so desperately that it makes you closed off to the possibilities of what comes next because you miss who you were. It's crazy because it's kind of like a suffering in silence thing, because at the end of the day, people really don't know how you feel because you're constantly trying to appease them or make them feel better for a situation that you can't fix, that you have to go through, and that sucks really badly. And then people are like, oh, well, you just got to find the right doctor. You just got to find the right, treatment or whatever it is. But when you have a diagnosis like I have, where it's a rare diagnosis for one, then two, doctors don't necessarily know how to fix it or treat it because they've never seen it before, it becomes a different story of trying to live your life, trying to live every day and understand and hoping and praying that God is going to put somebody in your path that knows wrong with you, that knows how to fix the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to not request for remission or a cure, but just to be able to live your life. Just give me something that can keep it at bay so I can get up in the morning and say I'm okay. That's crazy, right? But that's what people that have rare diagnoses that have cancer go through. I know somebody in everybody's life has been touched by cancer because they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. But I just don't think that people really get the story out there about the people that go through and have a diagnosis of cancer, because they're either dying on their deathbed or they're suffering in silence because their families can't handle the inevitable. A lot of times it's not about dying. It's about the fact that you're not able to live, not able to do the things that you want to do, the person that you used to be, just doing daily tasks. Like, for instance, me getting out of this car. I'm really dreading it because I know it's going to be painful for me to step out of the car, stepping on my feet because my feet are tingling and I have pain in my feet, to walk into the house. That's a small thing, but I have anxiety about it. I think that's crazy. When you say you have a person that that has cancer, and you're like, well, what can I do? You know what? Most of the time, it's just time. Just spending time with them, because at the end of the day, their time is precious, because they don't never know when their time is going to not be time. Everybody lives their life, and everybody say, well, you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah, But when you got cancer, the odds of something happening bad are increased. And so it's like, well, you know what I mean? What can you do for me? Spend time with me. I don't need you to do nothing for me. I don't need you to try to fix nothing. None of that. Just call me. Ask me, am I okay? Because people tend to forget when you got a cancer diagnosis that ain't going to kill you right away. People forget that you got cancer. People forget that you in pain. People forget that you have limitations. You not yourself no more. You got to find and be open to the possibilities of who you're going to be. You got to let God direct your path and be available to Him. Because at the end of the day, how do you get up in the morning? You know, I'm just rambling just because, for one, I don't want to get out of the car. Two, I don't think people really understand what it is to have a diagnosis that you may possibly have to have for the rest of your life when you don't have a cure, when you don't get remission. And you got to look at these doctors and put your life in their hands, and they don't know what they're doing, or they don't know how to fix you. That's a challenge. That's a challenge. So I would say that, you know, if you have somebody that has cancer, that's been diagnosed with them, just be there. Don't offer, oh, well, what can I do, if you really don't mean it. Don't say, oh, well, you know, it's gonna be okay, because sometimes it's not. You know, I would rather you just sit there with me and be in silence than you tell me it's okay when the next day I got to get up and go to the doctor, and the doctor tell me I can't, you know, they don't know what to do when I don't got a treatment. Like, is it okay? No, not really. Do I trust God? Yeah, I trust God. I truly believe that the whole thing about me having cancer is something to allow me to learn. I've met plenty of people that I've inspired, you know, to get up every morning and to cope with their life, because you can't stop living. I will not let this cancer paralyze me in my life and keep me stagnant because I got cancer. That just ain't gonna happen. You know, one of the things that I've been doing is I've been getting up in the morning, and I convince myself that I'm not in pain. I get up and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to yoga today. I'm gonna do this because I'm not gonna be stopped by the limitations of my body. And you know, I do it, and then I feel some relief, and then I feel the pain, and it comes right back, and I do it every morning. But if you're going to say that it's not hard